Hi, I'm Chef Gavin Smith from Food Minded Fellow. I'm a private chef located here on Cape Cod. My focus is on very local ingredients, cooked seasonally. We do small dinners and we really focus on the best we can find here on Cape Cod. I'm here at the Mashpee Farmers Market today. We're going to do a little shopping and we're going to create something out of what we find. Hey George, how are you?
Hi.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
So our friend George here has some beautiful olive oils that he brings over from his family farm in Greece. This is an awesome ingredient and we're going to get some of it. I'd take a bottle of olive oil, sir. Thank you.
Perfect.
Thank you so much, George. Really appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Have a great day. Enjoy.
Hey Dan, how are you? Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
This is De Silva Farm from my hometown of Falmouth. They raise meat as well as beautiful vegetables. Dan and his wife are fantastic and they'll take good care of you. I'm gonna do some zucchini. I'll also do some green beans. Those look delicious. How are you?
I'm fine. Yourself?
Doing a little shopping today. We're going to be cooking some food in the tent over there. So we're trying to feature as many of the tables as possible.
Right.
I'm here to see Ron from Ron's Vegetable Garden.
How are you?
I'm well. I'm going to do some pea shoots from you, Ron.
Okay.
And I will also take some basil, please. You having a good day?
Look at
Couldn't be much better, right?
the biggest problem I have, I can't grow enough.
Yeah. Yeah, every week if I don't get here early, you're sold right out. Gotta stay hydrated. So we're here at Great Marsh Farm, and this gentleman produces some of the best sea salt you're gonna find. He not only has this white flake sea salt, but he also has this mineral-rich gray sea salt, which you could maybe tell us a little bit about.
It has a lot more trace minerals in it. There's magnesium, chloride, iron, and sulfur, and it's less salty. And a lot of people are buying to put in their water for electrolytes, as well as it goes great on meat, fish, eggs.
Certainly.
Yeah, and the white I like on my vegetables for the nice crunch.
Well, and historically, we got a lot of our minerals from water, but now we filter it so much that we take all of the minerals out, and we no longer drink mineral water.
Right. People are buying my mineral-rich salt to put the minerals back in their filtered water.
Amazing.
Yeah, so, yeah.
It's amazing. Awesome. Well, we'll do one of these.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Very nice. Thank you.
Thank you. How are you?
Hi, very good.
I'm Gavin. We've met a couple of times. I'm actually doing a cooking demonstration over in the tent.
Oh, very nice.
Trying to feature as many of the farm tables as I possibly can. All right. Now we've gathered up a bunch of ingredients and we're going to go see what we can make out of it. Now we're back. We have done our shopping out at these beautiful stands, and we're gonna put together a little dish from the things that we found here. Welcome everybody. We're gonna be cooking some food that we found here at the farmers market on the stands. Did a little walking around and we've landed on a succotash. So a succotash is traditionally a corn-based dish. Usually it's a side dish, but we're gonna make that into more of an entree with some beautiful uncured nitrate-free bacon that we got at De Silva Farm. So first up, the key ingredient here is going to be corn. We've got these beautiful pieces of corn, which we are eventually going to take off the cob. But in order to get some nice sweetness and flavor, we're going to put those right on the grill and char the outside of them. Hi, how are you? Welcome. Now, traditionally, a succotash would have maybe a green fava bean or some sort of shell bean. What we have here locally today is these beautiful green beans and some really nice pea shoots. The pea shoots are something that we're not going to want to cook too long. We're going to want to use those more as a garnish. We're going to fold those in at the very end. But these green beans we're going to use in our succotash. These are completely uncut, unadulterated green beans, and really the only thing we need to remove here is that little stem. I like to use scissors. It goes quickly, it's efficient. I'm just going to cut these up a little bit smaller. We're just going to put those aside until we're ready. Got some beautiful peppers from our friends over here. I find these purple peppers have a nice sweetness to them, and they're really beautiful purple raw, but when you cook them, most of that purple comes out of them. So just know that that's coming if you're going to cook them off. Now I can hear that corn starting to pop in there, which is exactly what we want. We're trying to get it nice and sweet. We're looking for that, just that little bit of char on the outside. All right, so as I mentioned, we're gonna take what's normally a side dish and make it a little bit more of an entree with some really nice uncured nitrate-free bacon that's smoked from De Silva Farm over there. So I'm gonna start in the pan with my meat first, and we're gonna cook that off and then pull it. It's gonna leave some really nice flavor in there we can add to the rest of our vegetables. Now this is fatty enough that I'm not gonna put a bunch of oil in there first. I'm gonna let that fat render out and let it cook in its own fat. Now we've got just a little color on that corn, which is all I'm going for here because we are going to remove it from the cob and add it to our dish. I've seen all sorts of gadgets. I've seen the upside down bowl trick. Some people like to put something in the bottom of a bowl, do one of these and cut down into the bowl. I really don't like to put my knife into a bowl. I feel like there's too many opportunities to dull your knife. Personally, I find that if you just cut along the side, you can remove the corn pretty easily. Now this is something that isn't always garbage. Your compost pile really doesn't like corn cobs. It'll spit them back out if you try to throw them in there. But these are really packed with all sorts of delicious sugars and starches. And they can make a really nice broth. So what I'll do is often I'll save these corn cobs, put them on the smoker for a moment to get some smoky flavor into them, and then use them as a base for a broth. And you get a really nice, very thick, sweet broth from corn cobs, which is really versatile. Now that we've got our bacon to a nice brown, most of the fat is rendering out, I'm gonna put that aside and we're gonna keep some of this beautiful bacon grease. So when you're cooking, especially in like stainless steel, you'll notice that there's a buildup at the bottom when you're cooking things. It's like bacon, onions, all that sort of stuff. That's referred to as the fond. It's not garbage, it's pure flavor, and it's easy to release by what we call deglazing a pan. You can use just about any liquid to do so, water being the most basic. If you want to add some punch to things, vinegar does a really nice job. All right, so we've got this great smoky flavor in there. We've got just a little bit of that bacon grease left. I've got some of these purple peppers and green beans that we're gonna introduce into the pan there. Now these are gonna release some of their own moisture, which will start to deglaze that pan. And we'll finish the deglazing process towards the end, right before we put our corn in, with a splash of vinegar and really pull everything out and get those flavors marinating together. Oh, that smells so good. So this is all starting to come down exactly where we want it. That fond I was telling you about is starting to release from the pan down there. I'm gonna put in a splash of vinegar to release the rest of that fond and start building some flavor. It'll get a lot less punchy as it cooks. So I'm gonna let that vinegar cook for just a moment to start sweetening up and pull in the rest of that fond into the dish. So this is some sea salt from Great Marsh Farm, gentleman over there. This is some pretty cool stuff. Most of the sea salt you're gonna find around here, in most places actually, is collected from the very surface of the water, and then they use like solar evaporators to evaporate off all the water and collect the sea salt. He's the only one that I really know of anywhere around here that is taking water from lower in the water column near oyster farms, and it has a lot more minerals inside the salt itself. So it's a mineral heavy sea salt. He actually has some clients that even buy the salt to put into their water, because traditionally we got a lot of our minerals through drinking water, just natural, unadulterated water. Most of the water we have access to now is so heavily filtered, there's almost no minerals left in it. So it's a great source of the natural minerals that are coming off of that off of the base of those oyster farms, but it's also delicious. There's an actual flavor to some of those minerals. Things like sulfur, potassium, you can actually taste it. So I'm just gonna come right in with all the rest of our beautiful vegetables. We've got these squash. We've got that slightly cooked corn. So we're gonna pull all this together. We've got some really beautiful olive oil that we're gonna finish with. So these folks right here at Mashpee, their family has a farm in Kalamata, and they single source everything straight here to the Cape, and we're very fortunate to be able to have this cool product. So it isn't exactly local, but it's very, very cool, and it's an exceptional olive oil. So we have some beautiful pea shoots from Ron's farm garden. He's probably sold out of everything by now. He sells out very quickly, every week. Now these are just gonna add some really nice freshness. So I'm not gonna cook them too much. In fact, once I pull this from the heat, I'm gonna add them and fold them in to give us a nice fresh pea flavor. And then we're gonna top it all off with some really nice fresh basil, also from Ron. And we'll use lots because it's delicious. So I'm gonna hit that one more time with our vinegar. Take the heat right off. We're gonna add back this beautiful uncured bacon. And then we're gonna fold in these pea shoots. The pea shoots are great in salad, they're great uncooked, but I like to add them into things like this. It really adds a nice fresh kind of flavor to everything. And then we're just gonna top it with a whole bunch of beautiful basil and a little bit more salt to finish. We don't wanna go too salty because there's definitely some salt in the bacon. It is uncured, but there is some salt in the bacon. Of course.
The first guinea pig. I'm sure it's great.
There you go. Anybody else like to try a little? There you are. Of course, my pleasure.